So here's the all-important question. What is it that you strongly oppose and why? What happened that made you start to strongly oppose it? If your knee-jerk answer is because it's objectively wrong and bad, start over. What is it that you strongly oppose and why? What happened that made you start to strongly oppose it? Inevitably, if you trace it back far enough, you'll come up with one of two experiences. Someone either dominated, forced, pressured, or controlled you or someone you love, or someone submitted, acquiesced, gave in, or went along with that domination. To boil it down even further, you'll either oppose the expression of anger and force, or you'll oppose the expression of hurt and vulnerability. And you may oppose both, but there will be one that's more triggering to you in your nervous system, right? So identify that. That emotion and the expression of it will be the key to your freedom, in that processing it and resolving the repression of it will ensure that you don't end up becoming what you oppose. Let me explain that further. When we bury and repress anger in childhood because someone or someone's irresponsibly expressed anger to us or to those we love, what we're doing is ensuring that we're going to be like that person only on the unconscious level. On the conscious level, we've sworn to be the exact opposite of that person, right? So calm, peaceful, understanding, empathetic, compassionate. But down below in the unconscious body, we're angry as hell, rageful even, right? But we can't show it. Emotional repression won't allow for it. So talk about an inner child. You've got an inner parent, right? The one that you had the most trouble with buried in your system and they can't get out. You've effectively become what you oppose, right? Below the level of consciousness, you're an angry, aggressive, dominant, abusive person. You just don't know it yet. And the way that most of us find out is this: depression, anxiety, chronic pain, addiction, a slew of other mental health conditions and diagnoses. Those are the indicators that you've become what you oppose. Let me do the hurt repression side too. When we bury and repress vulnerable emotions in childhood like hurt, sadness, and grief, as the result of one of our caregivers who's probably an anger repressor, irresponsibly shrinking, submitting, or acquiescing, that's insurance that we're only going to be like that shrinking caregiver on the unconscious level. And on the conscious level, we're going to be compelled to present as tough or bulletproof, direct, no nonsense, right? Anything but vulnerable. Anything but hurt, sad, and scared, which is what we truly are down in the unconscious body. It's like living as a half person. And again, you've got the parent that you have the most issues with trapped now in your unconscious, creating your suffering. You've become what you oppose because of emotional repression. And that's important to know for two reasons. One is, once you hear this context, you can't unhear it, right? The jig is up. You can no longer operate from that place of pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. The man behind the curtain, the one that creates your false sense of self, which is what creates your suffering, is your buried and repressed emotions. So now that you know that, it's on you to resolve it or not, right? It's on you to pull back the curtain. It's on you to choose to end suffering or to choose to keep suffering. And either way is fine. And two, once you know that there's a practical way to end suffering, which is to resolve emotional repression, you can either go ahead with it now if you're ready, or you can keep it in your back pocket for later when you are. Either way, when you are ready, just let me or one of the other KI mentors know.